Well, hello, this is Brunky Tech, and today we'll be reviewing short form video format about tech.
Technology.
Did our CPU survive being sent in the
Oh
mail?
no,
Nope.
they did it again. Why are you trying to always break our products, our electronics? You have some engineer that designed this perfect packaging so that way this component can arrive to you safe and you just put it in a box? The whores.
The horror.
No protection? Let's find out. For context, last week I threw away this CPU's clamshell and left it completely exposed and sent it through the mail. And today, the package returned home. And as we tear the box back open, we can see the CPU's hiding from us. Oh no. Hopefully that's not a bad sign, because if we turn it around...
You probably locked out the... Oh,
there
no.
are, in
See,
fact,
there's damaged
pins,
pins.
as
I told you so.
expected. But
You
the
don't
real
want
question is,
damaged
does it
pins.
still work? To find out, we first have to
Nope.
straighten out each and every one of these bent pins, because only then will
Come
we
on,
able
let's
to
see it.
socket, and then we can power it on to see that it's been
And
it
it
works as normal.
And
Good
it
to know, but I
works.
still recommend always using a clamshell.
You lucked out this time. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you good next time. Come on. I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen once.
This is
Uh-oh.
the Brennan Monorail. A train
This doesn't
from the
look
early 1900s
very
that
safe
aimed
there,
to find
chat.
the law of physics. Was unveiled to
No.
the public in 1910.
I don't
by
know.
its
Would you
inventor,
trust
Louis
it?
Brennan. The idea was that using a single rail instead of two would make trains faster and railways cheaper to build. His train could take corners at greater speeds without
You
being
don't want to
thrown
do
off
that.
the track.
200 die in train derailment.
You don't want
And
to
his
do that.
railway only needed half the material. At the heart of the train was a gyroscope that could correct the train's tilt before the passengers even noticed. This was a mind-blowing piece of engineering, especially for 1910. This genius system took the force of the train tipping over and multiplied it against itself to create a train that always wanted to stay level. His train was so strong that even if every passenger stood on one side, the train would stay
Shush it,
perfectly
boo-boo.
balanced. His prototype was a huge success, but unfortunately, investors weren't confident in the design.
Do you blame him? I don't know. What do you think, Chet? Seem a little sketchy about that ride. Should Disneyland add one? A monorail?
That's right, Monorail.
A single rail for their rides? You think people will get on it? What do you think, huh? Would you ride it?
What happens if you remove a capacitor from the backside?
No, no, no. You're cut off for the day. No more. No more. No more. Only once. I can only go through it one time a day.
Get out of here.
Cut off the rest of the day.
Here is a Gmail trick you need to know. Are you tired of having tons of spam and marketing emails in your
Yeah.
inbox? All you have to do is go to your
Definitely too much
Gmail search
spam.
bar and search for the word unsubscribe and hit enter. And this will show you all the email lists that you're subscribed to. From here, click this button in the top right. Then you want to click create filter. Then you're going to click this choose a label drop down and select new label. Give your label a name and hit create. You can also choose to apply it to old emails, and when I hit create filter, all the spam and marketing emails will be sent to that folder instead.
Oh, no. Oh, my. I think that's the best bit of advice I've heard all day.
Satisfied?
Just filter out those emails, or maybe if somebody made a little attachment or plug-in to where you can just automatically unsubscribe when you receive those emails, that would be good too. I'm sure somebody's got one. Link it in the chat. Come on. Help a brother out.
Drive to recover, but it looks like somebody opened it before. My customer has a bunch of audio tracks stuck on here, so let's see what we can do. Let's open the hard drive and take out the reading heads. See this little black square?
So disk drives right here. So the thing about disk drives is, but that disk isn't intact, you can still get all the data off of it,
But we already know that.
even if it's been 10 years, 15 years. You can still recover this data.
This thing is what reads your data. There should be 4 black squares, but 3 are missing. Where could they be? Let's remove the platters and we can see the first black square stuck right here. So let's pop that thing off. When we flip the platter over, we can see the second black square stuck right here. Let's put this thing in a spinner, clean it off, and install it back in the hard drive. And look at this. Hide and seek is over. The third black square has been
Those are some clean discs. I'm not sure if you guys use CDs back in the day, but they were definitely scratchy.
found. Let's install the last platter and give it a final cleaning. Now we need a good pair of reading heads from a donor drive. So let's pop this thing out, install it into my customer's drive, and boom, we're good. Let's plug this drive in.
Boom.
Enter boot code mode, patch the ROM, and do some firmware shenanigans. And boom, we can see all of my customer's files. So let's image the drive and his data is saved. If you need something recovered, the link's in the bio. Peace.
Yeah, I know. I've ragged on them good old hard disk drive technology quite a few times. They're slow. They're really slow. They take a while. They whine when you turn them on. They whine when you turn them off.
Do you want to hear whining?
Who'd you say did
Oh,
the electrical work?
Oh, that would
yep.
be my nephew Thomas. He's very handy.
What year did his
Yeah,
house burn down?
yeah.
2 years ago. How do you know the house burned down?
Had a feeling.
Oh, oh no. Yeah, his house burned down. See, I knew it was going to happen. Play around with electricity and you're going to burn down your house.
My house is on fire.
I called it last week. You're going to burn down your house. Play around with those high voltage. So you should always make sure that your wires are completely in their sockets. Otherwise, they risk arcing. And once you start arcing, you start damaging things.
This is a machine I built out of procrastination to help me procrastinate. I was playing around with this ball and I realized that it fits
Procrastination is an excellent tool to get things done.
perfectly into this hole.
Ooh.
Ooh, so satisfying. And since I was
That's right.
procrastinating, I kept going and
That's right.
going. But then I got tired of procrastinating manually, and that's when the idea struck. So I whipped up a quick CAD model, printed and assembled the parts, and when I plug it in and turn it on, now I have a machine to do the procrastination for me.
It's so smooth. I like it. Somebody make me one. That doesn't look too hard to make. Anybody got a 3D printer? All you need is a motor that moves slowly. Couple balls.
I know, get back to work. I'm going.
I like it. I get one. Maybe I should decorate the background a little bit better and have something better visual to look at besides the black wall. There it is. What? Uh-oh. You see what's going to happen here? You know, it sounded good. There you Oh.
That's not working.
It's not working.
That's not.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you got those locking mechanisms in place. You know, sometimes you'll sit there and think it'll be a good idea. You'll put everything together, and when you try and test it out, it doesn't exactly work how you think it's going to work. Draw out your plans. Do a little system engineering. It'll go a long way.
Most of the time, water doesn't want to stretch out, but if I apply around 40,000 volts to the water, something unexpected happens. And the water bridge actually stays stable
Oh, it's
next to
bridge.
two beakers.
Yeah.
It flows up and around the rim across to the other one. This is amazing and completely unexpected from what we normally see happen with electricity and water. Whoa. The reason this happens is because in this extreme electric field, it takes less energy to form a water bridge than to break the bridge and form droplets. But these water bridges are not very well understood. For example, we don't know why water flows from one side to the other. We also don't know why the water heats up. This is deionized water, so there should be very low currents in the water, and only one of the cups heats up. Also, for some reason, when I rub a balloon on my head, it instigates the flow of water to pull water from one cup and put it in the other. Some people say it could be charged microbubbles causing it, and some say it's a quantum mechanical effect. What do you think?
So what do you think? So, thing about water is it actually is an insulator. It is the extra particles within the water that makes it electrifying and dangerous. So when you take out all those particles, which was deionized water should be, there shouldn't be any stray charges within the water. But then you form a bridge. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can put together an explanation.
In today's episode of Stuff You Probably Shouldn't Buy, we have this USB fan. It's not because of the exposed blades, and it's not because of the vibrations, which are slow.
Who's got one of these? I know somebody's got one of these. It looked nice and tempting when you first saw this pop up on Amazon. Might not be so tempting anymore.
Only going to disintegrate your USB port. The moment I realized something wasn't right was when I plugged it into my power supply and one of the knobs stopped working properly. Then I connected my oscilloscope and saw these voltage spikes of over 20 volts. Yikes! Such inductive spikes are common when you have an inductive load like a motor, a relay, stuff like that, and USB ports simply aren't designed to drive inductive loads. The voltage spikes may cause all kinds of trouble, so do not plug this thing into your laptop. And if whoever made this fan is watching this video, minimizing the spikes is as easy as adding a capacitor across the terminals of the motor.
So on these motor circuits, they have them specifically designed to handle this type of motor. High five!